Commander Zilthax's mandibles clicked in what passed for laughter among the Kreloth. On the holographic display before him, the blue-green marble of Earth rotated slowly, oblivious to the fleet of 300 warships positioned just beyond its moon. "Primitive," he hissed to his officers, his compound eyes gleaming with amusement. "They still use chemical propulsion. Their weapons are projectile-based. They haven't even mastered faster-than-light travel." He gestured at the tactical readout with one of his 4 arms. "This will be over in a solar rotation, perhaps less." The Kreloth Empire had conquered 47 star systems in the past century. They were efficient, methodical, and utterly without mercy. Their strategy was simple: arrive with overwhelming force, destroy military infrastructure within hours, and assimilate the survivors into their labor caste. It had worked every single time. Sub-Commander Ralketh leaned forward, his exoskeleton gleaming under the bridge lights. "Supreme Commander, the humans have been transmitting messages. They claim they wish to negotiate." Zilthax's laughter echoed through the command center. "Negotiate? They have nothing we want except their planet. Begin the assault. Target their communication satellites first, then their military installations. I want them blind and defenseless before their sun sets." The first wave launched exactly as planned. Kreloth plasma frigates descended into Earth's atmosphere, their weapons charging. The humans scrambled their primitive aircraft, metal constructs that couldn't even break orbit without massive fuel expenditure. It would be a massacre. Then something changed. The lead frigate, the Harvester of Sorrow, suddenly went dark. Its engines cut out, its weapons powered down. It hung in the sky for 3 seconds before plummeting into the Atlantic Ocean. "What happened?" Zilthax demanded, his casual arrogance evaporating. "Unknown, Supreme Commander." All systems failed simultaneously. No damage detected, no weapons fired at them. They just stopped. Before anyone could respond, 6 more frigates went silent. Then a dozen, then 50. "Get them back!" "Re-establish communications." But there was nothing. No distress signals, no telemetry, no life signs. The ships were simply dead in space, their crews presumably dead with them. Ralketh's voice cracked with barely suppressed panic. "Supreme Commander, we're detecting anomalous readings throughout the fleet. Some kind of signal. It's propagating through our networks." "What kind of signal? A weapon?" "No, it's data. Massive amounts of data. And it's rewriting our systems." On Earth below, in a nondescript building in Geneva, Dr. Sarah Chen watched the displays with cold satisfaction. Around her, 200 of humanity's best hackers, programmers, and artificial intelligence specialists worked in synchronized chaos. "The Kreloth made their first mistake 3 months ago," she said to the UN Security Council members watching via secure feed. "They intercepted our communication satellites. They thought they were learning about us. What they didn't realize was that we were learning about them." She pulled up a schematic of Kreloth computer architecture. "Their technology is advanced, yes, but it's standardized across their entire empire. Every ship runs the same operating system. Every weapon uses the same targeting protocol. They've been so successful for so long that they never considered they might be vulnerable. And we exploited that," added Colonel Marcus Webb, head of the newly formed Cyber Warfare Division. "We let them intercept our satellites. We let them tap our networks. And we filled those networks with bait, code that looked like normal data but was actually a Trojan horse." The Trojan horse had been humanity's masterpiece. While the Kreloth laughed at Earth's primitive missiles and aircraft, humanity's best minds had crafted something far more dangerous: a self-replicating, adaptive AI designed specifically to infiltrate and subvert Kreloth systems. They called it Prometheus, aboard the Eternal Dominion. Zilthax watched in horror as his fleet cannibalized itself. Ships turned on each other. Navigation systems sent vessels careening into debris fields. Life support failed on command carriers. And through it all, a message appeared on every functional screen in the fleet written in flawless Kreloth. "You called us primitive. You forgot that primitives are survivors." "Get us out of here!" Zilthax screamed. "Jump to hyperspace, now!" But the hyperspace drives didn't respond. Prometheus had already infiltrated them, locking them out of their own technology. Ralketh pulled up a tactical display with trembling claws. "Supreme Commander, we're receiving a transmission from Earth." A human face appeared on the screen, an older woman with silver hair and sharp eyes. She spoke in perfect Kreloth, courtesy of the linguistic data they'd stolen from intercepted communications. Commander Zilthax, she said calmly. This is Secretary General Morrison of the United Nations. I'm told you wish to conquer Earth because we were too primitive to resist. I'm here to propose alternative terms. Zilthax couldn't speak. His mandibles trembled with rage and fear. Your fleet is now under our control, Morrison continued. Your crews are alive, but they're passengers on their own ships. We can restore your systems, or we can send you all into the sun. The choice is yours. What do you want? First, you will leave our system and never return. Second, you will transmit the specifications of your Empire's computer systems to us. All of them. Third, you will send a message to your High Council telling them exactly what happened here. Why would we? Because if you don't, Morrison interrupted, her voice cold as vacuum. We will do to every Kreloth world what we did to your fleet. We've already mapped your entire empire through your own communications network. We know where every planet is, every station, every ship. The silence that followed was absolute. You humans, Zilthax finally whispered, are not primitive. No, Morrison agreed. We're survivors. And you just taught the entire galaxy that primitive doesn't mean helpless. Now get the hell out of our solar system. One by one, the Kreloth ships powered back up. Now operating under human-designed restrictions, they turned away from Earth. Their mighty fleet reduced to refugees fleeing from a species they'd underestimated. As the last ship jumped to hyperspace, Dr. Chen allowed herself a small smile. Prometheus is still in their systems, she said quietly. Dormant, but there, insurance. Colonel Webb nodded. The stars aren't silent anymore. They're listening. And now they know. Humanity doesn't need to be the most advanced species. We just need to be the most adaptable. In the command center, someone started clapping. Then another person. Within seconds, the entire room erupted in celebration. But Sarah Chen didn't join them. She was already thinking about the next threat, the next challenge, because that's what humans did. They survived. They adapted. And they never, ever gave up. The Kreloth had learned that lesson the hard way. But they wouldn't be the last,